So do really Shia give fatwa to Abu Bakr not to obey the Prophet, but to obey Fatima? What about Umar taking the land of Fadak? And he said that a part of the land of Fadak, of the outcome of the land of Fadak, should be given to the leader of the Muslims. And they said, look, Umar is seeking some money from land of Fadak. We say, no. The Prophet ﷺ said, my inheritors, my heirs should not be taking the portion of my inheritance. Not even dinar, 1 dinar, that means, let's say $1, £1, etc. They should not be taking anything after the nafaqah, the spending of my wives. That means the outcome of the land of Fadak can be used also for the provision of his wives, because they don't have any other provision except that. وَمَؤُونَةُ عَامِلِي, and also the worker, the one who works for my land, should be given because of his efforts. So, except for those two things, unless for those two things, nothing should be given. This is narrated by Bukhari. The doubts that the Shia bring, for example, is number one, do you think that Fatima, the master of the woman in paradise, you believe that she made a mistake and she did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr, and she died as the death of Jahiliyyah because she did not give him bay'ah? Now wait a minute, the woman used not to be voting, they used not to be voting, according to the book Nahj al-Balagha, that al-Muhajirun and al-Ansar, he did not say al-Muhajiriyat, the Sahabi woman should be going to the leader and give them their vote or their voice. Doesn't mention that. I mean, even the wives of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not come to Abu Bakr and tell him, we give you our bay'ah. Then the question is, wait a minute, what about Ali? If Abu Bakr did not give the land of Fadak to Fatima, Umar did not give the land of Fadak for Fatima, Uthman did not give the land of Fadak to Fatima, what about Ali when he became the Khalifa? Why didn't he give the land of Fadak to the children of Fatima? Why didn't he do so? You know, the Shia quote in their books that may Allah be pleased with Umar bin Abdul Aziz that he gave the land of Fadak to the children of Fatima after it had been taken away. That's not true. First, Umar bin Abdul Aziz did not give it to the children of Fatima. Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he returned the system of dealing with Fadak according to what the Prophet and Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman was dealing with. Because after that, Marwan, I remember, the grandson, during the Dawla al-Umayyah, he had taken it for himself. Then Umar bin Abdul Aziz returned it. He did not return it to the family of the Prophet. No, he returned it to the same way that it had been dealt with. You know, they take a portion for it for al-aqil, to enable those who have no means for marriage to support them, etc. That's all. But why do you praise him? Because you think that he gave back the land, Fadak, to the family of the Prophet? Well, what about Ali? What did he do, by the way? He did not give it to them. I wonder why your books did not mention anything about Ali. Did he give the land or not? They tell you that Fatima decided not to let anyone know about her place of death, her burial. No one. So, that Abu Bakr was not told. You know, فَلَمْ يُؤْذَنْ Abu Bakr, that's what it means. It may mean, لَمْ يُؤْذَنْ, that means he was not told, and they may twist the meaning by saying he was not allowed to know. Which is not true. He was not told. And nobody knew her sepulture, her burial, her place of burial until today. Well, fine, that's better. I mean, it's better for the Shia because otherwise they were going to be worshipping Fatima. Didn't they say that Fatima is a sort of divine? They said it. Al-Khomeini in his book, Manzilatul Mar'a fil Islam. He said that she is a sort of divine. It has something of divinity and human being. She is a human being and she has a sort of divinity at the same time. Don't they say in Arabic, هذه فاطمة بنت أسد أقبلت تحمل لاهوت الأبد? That Fatima, the mother of Ali, she was pregnant with the eternal divine. Eternal divine. Those people are ready to worship the family of the Prophet. Thank God, they do not know where Ali had been buried. They do not know where Fatima had been buried. That's better. Because those people, they make circuits, tawaf again around the graves. And they're asking them apart from Allah. We do not allow Christians to say, "Oh Jesus," and we do not allow anyone to say, "Oh Hussein, oh Ali, oh Muhammad." Why it's not allowed for the Christians to say, "Oh Jesus," but it's allowed for us to say, "Oh Muhammad, oh Hussein, oh Ali"? That's not fair. Again, we say that the claim of the Shia, it is not good for them if they but know. It is not good for Fatima. The way they claim the land of Fadak, it causes many bad consequences. Number one, it leads to the criticism of the trustworthiness of the companions of the Prophet, whom Allah praised them in His book, the Quran. We're not going to believe in anyone something against than what Allah mentioned in the Quran. Allah praised the companions, and He praised Abu Bakr.